Dr. Nivedita Chandran, consultant pediatrician and neonatologist at Rashtrothana Hospital, Bengaluru. With schools reopening, I'm sure parents are as happy as kids for two reasons. One, for continuation of academics. Second, parents would have noticed changes with respect to food habits and increased screen time. Yes, for today, our topic would be screen time in children. So you may wonder, why are we discussing about screen time in the last few years? It's because earlier each family had a mobile. Later each member of the family had a mobile. Now our right pocket has one, left pocket has one, in the sides we have a laptop bag, at home we have our iPad and tabs. Meaning to say, a child is more easily accessible to electronic gadgets and devices. This results in increased screen time. So what do you mean by screen time? So from now we'll start off with our topic in detail. So when I say screen time, it is a total time which is spent by a kid in viewing screens. So the screen may either be from a handheld device like a mobile or a video game, or from a distant object, distant device. So that can either be your television or your laptop. So we divide screen time into positive screen time and negative screen time. So positive screen time is when viewing screens has a positive impact on the child's growth. So this can be educational activities, cultural activities, yoga classes which are conducted online. This is more common after the COVID era. Negative screen time, this is when a child is viewing inappropriate content on YouTube or any other platform. This has a negative impact on the child. So this we term it as negative screen time. So how do we categorize whether my child is viewing screen time for a lesser duration, for a longer duration? So what do I mean by excessive screen time? When I say excessive screen time, we have age appropriate cutoffs. Any child less than 2 years ideally should not have any screen time, except occasional video calls. And 2 to 5 years, a child may have just 1 hour of exposure to screen time, not more than 1 hour. And five years later, child can have a balanced screen time. So when I say balanced, he has to balance his additional extra activities like schooling, studies, playtime, sleep time. This should be balanced with your screen time. So this balance is very much important. But what we usually see is a child who's less than 2 years or even 2 years knows how to select videos on YouTube. A child who's 5 years knows how to add items into your cart. So this is what we are seeing in reality. Apart from the duration, when I say excessive screen time, any duration of screen time which is going to replace his daily activities. So a child normally, if he was playing for 3 hours, outdoor play for 3 hours, now restricts that to half an hour and it is replaced by screen time, by watching mobile videos. That also we term it as excessive screen time. So why are we talking so much, why are we discussing so much about screen time, reduction in screen time? Because screen time has its impact on multiple parameters. So it has its impact on physical health, it has its impact on mental health, social and language development. So when it comes to physical impact, so most of us when we use our mobile, we are using it for a longer duration. This over the long term can result in obesity. It causes neck pain, eye strain, headache. Apart from this, depending on the content they watch, if a child is going to watch violent videos, abusive videos, he's going to become more impulsive. What we have noticed is children who are exposed to prolonged screen time with inappropriate content are more impulsive, they are more aggressive, they are more frustrated earlier compared to their counterparts. So when it comes to social and language development, both are interrelated because the peak language development happens somewhere between 1.5 to 3 years of age. And for language to develop in a child, social interaction is very much important. So when I say social interaction, when there's a one-on-one conversation between two people, it is active communication, active interaction. But a child, when he's exposed to increased screen time, his communication becomes passive. This results in confusion of emotions. So, for example, if a child is looking at a video and he's laughing or smiling, the character may not smile back. The character might still have an angry face. So this results in confusion because the video is already prefixed. So irrespective of the variety of emotions the child expresses, the child may receive a different emotion. So all this has a definite impact. So when it comes to social development, any child who's on YouTube watching videos for a long time, screen time for a long time, this results in reduced socialization. So a child does not go play out, does not have open conversations with people, doesn't socialize. So after 2 years, 3 years, you ask him to go play, he develops a lot of social anxiety. He's not going to mingle much with his counterparts. So this is what we mean by social anxiety. On OPD basis, we see kids who do not fit into autistic features, but they present with something known as autism-like features. So these kids, the prominent complaint which the mother gives is he's not interacting much socially. His language development is not that appropriate. So simple interventions like reducing screen time, improving social interaction and language development has brought in significant results in these kids. So they are not autistic, but they are autistic-like symptoms. So when we come to sleep, we all know how important sleep is. A good night's sleep keeps us awake and alert the next day. So increased screen time has a very negative impact on sleep. So how does it impact? Because screen time, screen is nothing but blue light emitting device. This blue light is similar to your sunlight which keeps us awake in the morning. So when we are exposed to a lot of blue light or screen time, these rays kind of act on certain areas of our brain and it keeps us alert. So it delays the sleep onset. Even if you fall asleep, it gives us a restless night. So how important sleep is? Ideally, a child who's 4 or 5 years might need close to 10 to 12 hours of uninterrupted sleep. So we say uninterrupted because that is how the biological clock is. And most of the hormones which are important for the body reach their peak levels in a good night's sleep. Somewhere around 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, they reach their peak levels. So that's the importance of uninterrupted sleep. So second, increased screen time reduces your sleep hormone. It's known as melatonin. So when a child is viewing screens for a long time, that reduces his sleep hormone. So again, he doesn't sleep well in the night. A child who was sleeping at 10 o'clock earlier, if he's going to watch YouTube videos or anything till 9:30, he doesn't sleep at 10. He's going to sleep at 11:30. Apart from this, there is something known as a pre-sleep period. So we would try to restrict mobile phones or access to screen, ideally at least 1 hour before sleep. But if possible, try to avoid it for a little longer duration. We have seen people who are watching videos right from 5 p.m., 6 p.m. It keeps them more energetic. There's a rush in dopamine, there's a rush in adrenaline which keeps them more energetic in the night. So they do not sleep well in the night. So put together, sleep becomes more restless, it's more interrupted and disturbed. So knowing that how screen time impacts our health, we even know that screen time cannot be avoided completely. It is not possible in today's world. But we can reduce its effects by reducing the exposure. So how do we reduce these harmful effects of screen time on our kids or in general? So one is to maintain a screen time. Set a screen time, a limit. Tell your child, I'll give you the phone for 20 minutes. Set a time limit. 20 minutes is what he can watch. After 20 minutes, no videos. Go back to sleep or go back to your daily activity. So along with this, you are choosing the content. Content is going to be selected by the parents. Select the content, give it to him. Let him watch that for 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever. Third thing is co-watch with them. So when I say co-watch, it doesn't mean the father sits with the mobile, mother sits with the mobile and the kid sits with the mobile. It's the same device which the mother sits and watches with the kid. Content you choose, find something which is more attractive, maybe something which entertains the kid, which might help the kid in interaction. Sit with him, watch the video. Whenever possible, even for older kids, always supervise what the kids are watching, because there are many inappropriate contents in social media and YouTube. So when I say social media, there are minimal permissible age limits even for getting into social media platforms. So ideally, the minimum age for having a Facebook account and viewing Facebook is 13 years. For having a Facebook account and viewing Facebook is 13 years. For WhatsApp it is 16 years. For YouTube it is 18 years. But 2-year kid knows how to operate all these. So when we say 18 years is the cutoff for viewing YouTube, this is without supervision. With supervision it is up to 13 years, not less than that. So next important thing is position. Maintain a good position when your child is watching screens. So if this is your phone, the top edge of your mobile screen should be in line with your eyes. If this is very difficult, you can put your phone down, but it's your eyes which is looking down at your mobile screen and not your neck bending. So neck bending makes an action here. We don't want that. So this or this, ideally this. Older kid, if it's your laptop screen, same thing. Sit on a comfortable chair. Your back is relaxed, your neck and your shoulder, all three are relaxed. Thighs on your seat chair with your legs straight at around 90 degrees. This would be the ideal position. So with this and your height of your screen, this reduces the amount of pain you can get or the strain which your muscles can have. Apart from this, follow something known as rule of 20-20-20. It's not T20, it is 3 20s. So for every 20 minutes of viewing your screen, give a gap of 20 seconds and look something which is 20 feet away. So with this, you are reducing the amount of strain. You can do this consciously. And the last and most important thing is limit our phone usage, because kids learn from us. We are in the era of gadget. We wake up with our mobile alarms. We have moved on from bedtime stories to bedtime videos. So eye-openers are common OPD questions which parents ask us. Madam, my child does not have food without my mobile. My child cries if I don't give him the mobile. My child just comes and snatches my mobile even if I don't give him. What do I do? The answer, or the most simple answer for this, is we have shown him, we have introduced these gadgets to them. Right from labor room to every developmental milestone, we have shown him how attractive a phone is, how entertaining it can be, how colorful it is. So now that you ask them not to use it, they don't accept it. So I'll not say it's a blame on the parents or it's to put the parents under guilt. Each one of us have been doing this. But a simple change on a daily basis brings a huge difference in the long term. Life was more easy and fun-filled with simple things. But now, with technological advancement, we are looking at multiple solutions for the same. The current smartphone penetration rate in India is 65%, and it is expected to go up to 96% by 2040. So with this, we can imagine the burden of smartphones and increased screen time on the growing population. With this, I conclude my talk for today on screen time in children. Children need the best, simple and happiest memories to cherish. Stay tuned with us to know more, learn more and implement more. If you want us to discuss any topic in specific with respect to pediatrics, please let us know. You can drop a message in the comment box. Thank you.
ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೋತ್ಥಾನ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯು 160 ಹಾಸಿಗೆಗಳ ಸಮಗ್ರ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಯ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಾಲಿಟಿ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಸೂರಿನಡಿ ಆಧುನಿಕ ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ಪದ್ಧತಿ, ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ, ಹೋಮಿಯೋಪತಿ, ಯೋಗ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಕೃತಿ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಗಳನ್ನೊಳಗೊಂಡ ಸಮಗ್ರ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಭ್ಯವಿವೆ. ಅತ್ಯಾಧುನಿಕ ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ಮೂಲಸೌಕರ್ಯ, ಉತ್ತಮ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನ, ತಜ್ಞ ವೈದ್ಯರು ಹಾಗೂ ಇತರ ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಗಳನ್ನು ಈ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. 19 ಜನರಲ್ ವಾರ್ಡ್ಗಳು, 72 ಸೆಮಿ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ವಾರ್ಡ್ಗಳು, 11 ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ವಾರ್ಡ್ಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ 17 ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ವಾರ್ಡ್ಗಳಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿದ ಸಮಗ್ರ ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ಮೂಲಸೌಕರ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಭ್ಯವಿದೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಡ ರೋಗಿಗಳ ಬೆಂಬಲಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ದಾನಿಗಳ ಸಹಾಯದಿಂದ ನಿಧಿಯೊಂದನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸುವ ಗುರಿಯನ್ನು ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿರದ ಸ್ಲಂಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಉಚಿತ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಸೇವೆ ನೀಡುವ ಯೋಜನೆಯನ್ನು ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಅರಸಿ ಬಂದವರಿಗೆ ಮಾನವೀಯ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಆರೈಕೆ ನೀಡುವುದು ಮತ್ತು ಉತ್ಕೃಷ್ಟ ಗುಣಮಟ್ಟದ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆ ನೀಡುವುದು ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯ ಆಶಯ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ರೋಗಗಳಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತವಾಗಿ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಂತ ಸಮಾಜ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣವಾಗಲಿ ಎನ್ನುವುದು ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯ ಉನ್ನತ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನ.